As the old legend goes, he who has the patience to fold 1,000 origami cranes shall have any one wish granted. But to be honest, 1,000 is kind of a big number. I mean, who would be stupid enough to actually spend the time to fold 1,000 origami cranes? Well, let me clue you in. This is 200 origami cranes. 200 is not 1,000. And I noticed that it was taking kind of a long time to get to 1,000 origami cranes. So I'm here today, and I have 100, not 1,000, 100 sheets of square paper ready to be folded into origami cranes. I think that's all the explanation that's currently needed. Let's begin. By my estimation, it takes me approximately 2 minutes to fold one origami crane. 2 times 100 is 200. That's 200 minutes to fold these origami cranes. 200 minutes is 3 1/3 hours. I might be here for a while. These cranes are not going to be the prettiest origami cranes that you've seen, because if I spent all the time to make them pretty, surprise, surprise, I'd probably be here for like a week. But we're almost done with the first crane. I'll bet this has been very entertaining. I'm not surprised no one's watching. And that's one crane down. 99 to go. So isn't it a beautiful crane? It only took me 2 minutes. I'm going to go get a pen so that I can write down the numbers. This is crane number 201 overall. Alright, on to number 2. That's crane number 2. Beautiful, isn't it? All the fruits of my hard labor. 2 down. 98 to go. I may not be appreciated for my incredible doings right now, but like all the greats, Van Gogh, probably somebody else, but he's the only person that I can think of. Like all the greats, I will be remembered once I am dead. When I am dead, I know that I can tell that future generations will look back at YouTube and click on this video and say, this man was a genius. This is going to be an art form in the future. Not origami, I mean. Sitting in front of a camera with 0 people. Folding 100 origami cranes. Maybe this will be a speedrun one day. World record run. I could do that. I should title this video World Record Run 100 Origami Cranes. Best part of this is how you can't even tell what I'm doing because the crane is too small, too far away, for you to be able to appreciate the art form. Maybe I should move the camera off. And crane number 3 is done. Here. Oh! Here is crane number 3 in all of its beautiful glory. Now, I'm going to tilt the camera down slightly, so now you can actually see what I'm doing. Beautiful, isn't it? 10 minutes in, 3 cranes, while making great time. If this seems excruciatingly slow, that's because it is. Don't worry. Only another 3 hours and 10 minutes to go. Not really, if I fold 2 cranes a minute. I wasted time earlier. I shouldn't have wasted that time. So much time lost. I'm gonna lose the world record because of it. And then I'll have to do it all over again. I mean, this isn't the longest speedrun you'll see. It's probably more entertaining than some speedruns, too. There's that one Legend of Zelda speedrun where you just, like, sit there for 20 minutes while Link slowly drifts backwards through a wall, right? Sure, that one's real entertaining to watch. Done with the base. Getting into the good part now. You know, you can. It's really an art form. You can separate it into two main parts. You have the base folding, where you fold it in half and in diagonals, and then set up the creases to fold it into the actual base. And then, I think it's a kite base. I don't know. I just fold the cranes. I don't know the theory. And then you have the actual exciting part where you form the crane itself. It goes from a bunch of folds of nothing to the folds of life in an instant. And that's what truly makes this special. The life that you give to the cranes. Crane number 4 complete. What a beauty. Best one yet. Crane number 5. It takes 26 folds to fold an origami crane. 26. Quite an auspicious number. You could, in fact, say one letter of the alphabet for every fold that you make while folding an origami crane. Isn't that interesting? And it would match up perfectly, 1 to 1. You could say this is fold C that I'm doing, and now it's fold D. Before we move on to E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, into the base, L, and then M, N, O. Crap, what comes after O? I forgot. The letter after O, and then, you know, you get the gist, you know. Whatever's next. Now, if only I could fold it fast enough to sing the alphabet song while I did this. Unfortunately, it takes like 2 to 3 seconds per fold at minimum, and those are just for the fast ones. So, not a chance. Elemento would go by while I was still folding one wing. Speaking of wings, there we go. Finish the wings, fold the head, and voila. Crane number 206 overall is complete. And on to the next one. It really doesn't feel like it's almost been 20 minutes so far. And let's see, I folded 6 cranes in 18 minutes, that's 3 minutes per crane, which would put me down even further. So it seems as if I've made a miscalculation and I really need to step up my game. Looks like I need to fold faster. I need a hard surface to fold on, this thing is too soft. After this crane, I'll get a book. Each crane really tells a story because I don't fold out of regular origami paper. I take a sheet of 8.5 by 11 paper from various things, you know, schoolwork, homework, permission slips, bills, and then I fold it into a large square, and then I rip off the excess, and then I fold it into 4 smaller squares from the larger square. And so each 4 cranes combine together so that I can turn in my homework and still get a grade for it. I haven't actually tried that, though. Usually I turn in the homework first. I'm a good student, don't worry. I take care of my grades most of the time. Fold the tail, and then the neck, wing down, wing up, wing down, wing up, and then fold the head. Just like that, origami crane number 207, yes, 207 is complete. Clipboard. Trying to get a good angle. There we go. Right. This will speed up my thing so much. It's so much easier when you have hard surface. This is going to be the fastest crane yet, and we're only 20 minutes in. And crane number 8, pretty good time. Definitely super good time. It's difficult work folding cranes. You have to learn how to do it. Pretty soon, your fingers cramp up. Your fingernails get tired of creasing all those folds. I wouldn't know, though. I've only folded 8 so far. It's not that difficult. I can fold 8 during, like, 1 lecture in school. And that's a short lecture. I once folded, like, 20 origami cranes in 1 class period, and I got nothing else done. It was great. Perhaps I should teach the viewers how to fold an origami crane. Obviously, I'm not going to slow down to demonstrate each fold to them, but I will very quickly narrate while I do it. I do it slightly different from the way that I've seen it done other ways. Yes, other ways are different from the one way, because other is not the one. Which is slightly faster, but I think less easy to fold into the base. I'm not sure, though. I haven't compared them. I folded basically up to the first 200, like 190 of them were folded my way, 10 of them the other way. Maybe less than that. Fold the head, and crane number 208. 8. Alright, on to number 209, aka the tutorial crane. Alright, first you want to fold the paper corner to corner diagonally. Crease it with your fingernails to make sure it's a good crease. Unfold, and then keeping the same side up, fold the other corner to the other corner diagonally so you have a diagonal crossing over your paper. Then unfold the paper, flip it over, and then fold it in sandwich style the other way, edge to edge, so that you make a rectangle. Then take the corner of each side of the paper, the corner that has the crease on it, and then fold it down along the corner, along the crease of the diagonal crease as a guideline, and then fold it the other way, and do the same with the other side. And then those are just your creases that you need. Then do the same thing with folding it the other way in half. So fold it in half, take one of the corners that has the crease side on it, the hinge it's not really called. Fold down along the diagonal that you folded first, turn over, fold the other way, same with the other side. Then unfold all of it, and then push the creases that you've just made with the half diagonals down and inward, while the diagonal things go up to the side. And this is the hardest fold. You fold it up into the base, which I think is a kite base. Then take the bottom part and then hinge it up on both opposite sides. Take one of the corners and fold it halfway in towards the center of the crane. Do the same with the other side, then flip it over, and then repeat on the other side so you have a small-end tight base thing-ish. I'll bet everybody can follow along with this. It's so simple and so slow. Then take both things that you've made and fold up and inward so that it goes inside and like tucks in and forms a weird book sort of thing. And then do the same with the other side, and that's where you can kind of see the crane start to take shape. I usually leave one of them more upright than the other one, so the one's the head and one's the tail, and then you fold the large things that you folded up before, which are the wings, down and then up to make a nice little bend. And then the more upright piece you fold down and do a reverse inside fold on to form the head, and that's your 26th fold, making, for me, origami crane number 209. Now repeat that process 91 more times, and you're done. Look, with this one, we'll be a tenth of the way there, and we're 25 minutes in. By the time I finish this, it will be 28-ish minutes. Oh boy. That's 250 minutes. 280 minutes. That's longer than I estimated. I get the feeling I'm going to get hungry. It doesn't really feel like it's been half an hour, though. Time really flies when you're folding origami cranes. I'm sure that's a quote that people have said before. I didn't just make that up, I swear. I think Sun Tzu said that. In battle, thou must fold an origami crane to defeat thine enemy. Right? The problem with this setup is that the table I fold on is the same height as where I'm sitting, so you can't see my head and the origami very well at the same time, which is why you can't see my forehead anymore. But this was like the comfortable spot, so that's where I'm doing it. Well, I was about to ask if you were enjoying the stream, but both watchers just left, so guess I don't have to ask anymore. But hey, 2 viewers, 2 likes, pretty good. Technically my worst performing video, but it's been active for like 27 minutes, so we're fine. Let's see, this crane is folded out of my old math homework. Or maybe it wasn't my no, this was a math test, that's right. Yeah. Very fun. I can see the cosines and the x's all over. It's trauma. And down with the head. And 210, just at 28 minutes as I predicted. So it does take slightly over 2 minutes to fold an origami crane, which is a problem, because that puts off my calculations by a factor of 100 times that many seconds. Well, I'll be here for a while. Maybe I should have enlisted somebody else to help me fold the origami cranes. Is that still valid? Because then technically I wasn't the one who had the patience to fold 1,000 origami cranes. So, would I get the wish? I guess we won't really know, because I'm not going to waste my time helping somebody else if I might not get the wish. Yeah, which one of us would get the wish? Is it the person who folds the 1,000th crane? That's how they did in Paper Mario the Origami King, which was kind of lame, because, like, they did not have the patience to fold 1,000 origami cranes, just saying. They folded a 1 crane. Nah. But I have the patience to sit here, alone, talking to a camera. For 4 hours, probably. In order for science. Because once I fold the 1,000th crane, then we'll really know. Do I get the wish? We'll find out. Not on this live stream, but I will do another. If this one does well enough, I will do another live stream where I fold the last 100 origami cranes. Or maybe I'll do 200 origami cranes. Wouldn't that be crazy? Folding 200 origami cranes in one sitting? That's like a 9-to-5 job, because it would take 8 hours. So it's basically my job. And then you get to see on camera whether or not the wish really comes true. Wait, is this 211? This is 211, okay. On to crane number 212. Feels like it's been 5 minutes, maybe 6. Less than 10, surely, but here we are at 31 minutes in on crane number 12. Winter. It's November, basically winter. It's cold enough to be winter. Days are short enough to be winter. Unless you live in the southern hemisphere, or in, like, below, like, Mexico or something, where it's always hot and sunny. then it's not winter. I mean, it is winter, but, well, if you live in the northern hemisphere but near the equator. But it doesn't feel like winter. It's not truly winter. Winter is where you freeze every time you go outside. And you just love walking through the snow, shoveling it. It's just so much fun. Winter is where Santa Claus comes and breaks into everybody's houses and gives them presents. You know, maybe the reason Santa Claus didn't give me any presents was because I didn't write him any letters. I never wrote Santa Claus a letter. But that was because, like, postage cost too much, so it wasn't really worth it anyway. Like, let's say that I did mail Santa my request for, like, a bar of solid gold. First of all, what are the chances that it actually gets to Santa Claus? Last time I checked, the U.S. Postal Service did not, in fact, operate in the North Pole. Second of all, what are the chances Santa actually decides to give me that gold? Obviously, he only has coal mines where his elves work in, not other mines of gold mines. I mean, maybe he could stop down by Alaska and get some gold there. I don't know. But the point is that even if he did have the bar of gold to give to me, I'm probably not on the nice list. So, is it really worth it? Oh yeah, I just breezed past crane number 212 with my talking about Santa Claus. I wonder if Santa Claus is hiring. What do the elves get paid? Do they have a union? And what about flying reindeer? How much do you get paid to be a flying reindeer? Is it like those bulls that get treated by royalty until some bullfighter just, like, stabs them? I mean, could be worth it. You live until you're, like, 20, and you get treated like royalty, and then you die? I don't know. I haven't tried it. Maybe you should ask one of the bulls. And that's 213. And that's 214. That's 14 cranes in 36 minutes of folding, meaning sorry, I'm just lost it. How do you divide 36 by 14 again? It's like 2 and some change, 2 and a lot of change, 3 and some debt, is that what it's called? 2 to 3 minutes per crane. So, just about on track of what I thought, but just about adds like 20, 25 minutes to this live stream. But you know, it's very entertaining to fold cranes all the time. Forty minutes in, 15 cranes. Making great time on this. This is just so fun. Alright, crane number 16, let's get to it. Gonna fold this faster than any other crane before. It's gonna be the best crane. The best and the fastest, that's how it works. Maybe my last crane should be an extra big one, like 4 times the regular size. Just for fun. I think the most time I have to gain on these origami cranes is folding it into the base form, because it takes a little bit of time. So if I can fold that fast, then I will be supersonic. Guys, who do you think would win in a race? Sonic running like 100 meters, or me folding an origami crane? I'm pretty fast, I might be able to beat him. How long does it take him? Like a fraction of a second? A pictosecond? A quectosecond? But I'm probably faster, totally. This one was 2 minutes and 20 seconds. And we're on to some different colored paper. Look at this, guys. It's pink. Salmon colored, I guess. I haven't seen that much, like, actual hot pink paper. Oh, this paper is tough. It's like built to last. Not like the other paper. That test paper was mediocre. You know, folding origami out of basically every paper known to man, it really gives you some perspective. What paper is worth folding? What paper is easy to fold, you know? The best folding when you're trying to mass produce origami cranes, the best paper for that. Easily just copy your paper that's really flimsy, because you can fold it really easily and it doesn't provide much resistance. It just kind of folds right away. Versus this, it has like some sort of gloss over it. I don't know. It feels smooth. Very difficult to fold. Let's see. This paper was from physics? Yes, physics. This was like something where we had to drop a marble and time how long it took to fall. I think my percentage error when we did this one, or maybe it was a different one. One of the times when we did a dropping thing, the percentage error was just about, what, like 100%? Double what it should have been. See, this crane is, I can already tell it's going to be really sloppy. The head's going to be forked, everything's going to be all messed up. Darn paper. Physics always gets me, you know? Even when I'm not in physics, even on a random Saturday in November, folding origami cranes, physics still gets me. This one's going to be so bad. These next three are going to be so difficult. It's going to take so long. Worst cranes for the entire thing. But after that, it's smooth sailing, you know? Wing, wing, wing up, and head folds. And now, just like that, we are done with crane number 217. So, why did the origami crane cross the road? To get to the other side. Yeah? Why did the paper clip cross the road? Because it was clipped to the origami crane. Why did the other origami crane cross the road? Because it was paper clipped to the first origami crane. Get it? Because, like, the paper clip? So funny, right? Now, I have better jokes than that, I swear. Why did the chicken cross the road? I'll bet you never heard this one before. Not like the most overused joke of all time or anything. It's to get to the other side, actually. But now, why did the baby cross the road, huh? Eh? Any guesses? Because it was stapled to the chicken. Get it? Because, like, if you staple a baby to a chicken and then you throw the chicken across the road, the baby will also inevitably go across the road. Has anybody ever tried that? Guys, tell me if you tried that. I don't know. Alright, almost done with the base of 217. Physics paper still making it so hard to do. Physics, worst class. I don't have anything against the subject of physics, just like the class of physics. I don't like how it's taught. But, and I don't like the paper either. It's terrible for making origami cranes, and this was from an assignment that we had, so, yeah, nope. But only 4 origami cranes shall be made of physics paper, so we'll make it through. No need to worry. Alright, neck. Well, no, that was the tail. This one's the neck. Wing down, wing up. Wing down, wing up. And fold number 26, the head. Oh, the head is so hard to fold with this stiff paper. Oh, well, I got it. Just a little bit crooked. 2-7. Did I write? Oh, I wrote this was 218. I wrote 216 twice. Oops. 217. That one's 217, and then I just folded 218. Okay, got it. All figured out. Wouldn't that be crazy? I finish all of this origami cranes, then I just figure out I actually have 99 instead of 100. But don't worry, when I tore apart this paper into squares of regular 8.5 by 11 paper, I did 25 sheets of paper times 4 is 100. So I'm very confident that's 100 grains. And they're like in sets of 4, so it's stacked up nicely, so I'll know when I'm done and when I'm not. Because, like, yeah, that made sense. Okay. Anyway. This is almost 50 minutes in. Almost to 20 cranes. Times 5. That's 250 minutes. So yeah, whichever way I calculated it comes out to just about 4 hours. Although now I get the feeling it's going to be slightly over 4 hours. It feels like it keeps getting slower. I'm going to be here at midnight and be like, guys, it might have been a little bit over 4 hours. But it's okay. It's for the good of the people. We need to know what happens when you fold 1,000 origami cranes. Do you really get a wish? Has anybody ever tried it before? I've never heard anybody. It's possible. Maybe. I'm going to fold this last origami crane at 1,000, and I'm going to get a wish. And then I'll wish for the greatest wish of all time. Still haven't decided what that is, but it's going to be, like, a great wish. Probably something like $10. And all of my problems will be gone. Alright, on to 220. Fifth of the way there once I finish this. And a fifth of the way through my stack of paper, although it still looks pretty thick. Alright, this crane marks the end of the salmon-colored physics paper. Once we finish this, I'll be on to the next paper, which I know what it is, but I'm not going to tell you until we get to that paper. It has to remain a surprise. It's like unlocking new levels in video games. What will the next 4 origami cranes be made out of? Rah, exciting. It's a mystery video. Most mysterious mystery of all time. You know, since there were 0 viewers at the start of this video, I realized that nobody's actually seen the 200 origami cranes that I displayed. Because this is crane number 220 overall. So, while I'm folding 100 origami cranes, it's cranes number 200 to 300. Neck, tail, wing down, wing up, wing down, wing up, head, bam, crane number 220 completed. And next sheet of paper. Now we're on to English paper that I got in my English class. This paper was from a very long article that we had to read. It's about literacy or something. I don't really remember. I'm not even sure that I read it. Point is, it made for great origami paper. Nice, light, and pliable, much better than physics paper. paper from physics. Might look pretty, be different colors, but it just doesn't have that nice light quality that this English paper does. You know? Alright. And this will be number 221. So, yeah. Very entertaining. Neck, tail, wing down, wing up, wing down, wing up, head, and just like that. Crane 221 completed. Right on mark with our 54-minute mark. And yeah. Over a fifth of the way there. I do get the feeling I'm going to be here for a while. I wonder what it is. Maybe that I'm just over a fifth of the way there, and almost an hour into the video. Perhaps that gets me the idea that it will take slightly under 5 hours to fold 100 origami cranes. Pretty sure that's world record pace, though. Don't think anybody else has done it that fast. I don't know, have they? You know, wonder why they're called origami cranes, or just cranes in general, when they can't even, like, lift 20 tons and put it on top of a building or something. Like, come on. That's not a crane. Industrial strength crane. I should make an origami, like, crane with, like, an arm, like a machine crane. This is 222, 3 twos, how exciting. Best part. Yay. I'd be more happy if it was crane number 1000, to be honest. I am a crane folding machine. The days may go on, the seasons may change. Rulers may fall, kingdoms may fall. But I will still be here, folding origami cranes. Until I get my wish. I should probably start thinking about what my wish will be, because, like, Imagine if I got to crane number 1000. I was just like, wish. $10? Almost done. Neck. Tail. Wing down. Wing up. Wing down. Wing up. Head. And 223. Isn't it beautiful what we've done so far? Look at all these cranes there. And then also the 200 other cranes that I previously folded, but you know. One hour. It does not feel like 1 hour. That's good. Because if it felt like 1 hour, I'd probably feel like giving up. But nah. 20 minutes, maybe 30 minutes in my mind. What is this? 224. Yeah, 224. Oops. Dropped one. There we go. And that would make this one, once I finish it, crane 225. That's a weird looking crane. That's okay. Two, two, five. Oh man, I'm getting tired. Maybe it's from sitting here for an hour, folding origami cranes. But I won't stop, not until I reach 100. $226, done. Isn't it crazy how people choose to spend their afternoons folding origami cranes? Well, actually it's morning, but principle stands. Man, my back is sore. It's tough work out here, folding origami cranes. But it's worth it, really. I'm not having any doubts about my choice of this at all. Which one am I on? I think I'm on 227. Yeah, I'm on 227. This would be a lot more enjoyable if I could listen to music without getting a copyright strike. 27. Now, with this next paper that I'm about to do, which is number 228, I will be finished with the papers that I got from the English assignment. Let this be a lesson for all those who want to fold 100 origami cranes in one sitting. Bring water. And that's 228. On to 229. I really feel like each of these cranes take longer and longer to fold every single time. Because crane number 1 went by in a flash. But like, I feel like we've been on 228s. Which this one is 229 now, but it feels like I was on 228 for just about an eternity and a half. But I'll get through it with my incredible determination. Let's see, this paper, 229 through 232, it will be, was folded out of an assignment that one of my friends was given before he drew a very extremely flattering picture of me on it in purple marker. I don't know what the assignment was about. I think something about handwriting, because there's like 300 signatures on here. But now this incredibly flattering picture of me will be folded into an origami crane for all eternity. As it should be. I don't think anybody should see this picture. $2.29 is done. Look at this picture. Yeah, that's what I thought. It's great. Gotta step up my game. I'm slacking. I'm just falling into a monotone, but no, I really gotta go fast. My fingers are lightning. $2.30. And on to $2.31. Isn't that funny how $2.31 comes after $2.30? If only 1,000 came after $2.30. Then, this live stream would end with approximately 1 minute, or 1 hour, 17 minutes. But instead, it's gonna end at like 5 hours, and I still won't be at 1,000 origami cranes. Isn't that funny how numbers work? In order to get to 1, you have to get to 1 before it. $2.31, done. 232. This calls for a water break. That was good water. Hold on. I'll fold the crane in a second, don't worry. I'm just locking in. Alright, screen number 233. Oh, isn't that lovely? My phone is about to die. Good thing I have a charger. Alright, and now I figured out how to access the comments, which I did not know how to do before, so now I can actually read comments that are shown up. People, like, were commenting, and I didn't even know it. What nice comments. Hello there. Awesome. And in answer to the question that was given, like, probably way too long ago, do you know how to fold other models? No. I can fold the origami crane. That's basically it. Yes, I'm watching my own live stream so that I can see the comments, okay? Look, it's not that big of a deal. Anyway, from 1 minute 30 to 1 minute 35. So from 1 minute 20, or for 1 hour, I'm sorry. I've just been here so long that it only feels like a minute, really. From 1 minute 25 to 1 minute 30, I'm going to see how many cranes I can fold while talking. And then from 1 minute 30 to 1 minute hour, oh my gosh, hour. From 1 hour 30 to 1 hour 35, I'm going to see how many cranes I can fold without talking and see if it's faster so I can get that world record pace, you know? But, you know, right now I can just talk my heart away. It's so disorienting because, like, the stream that I'm watching of myself is, like, 15 seconds back. So I just look over and then I see myself looking over, but, like, in a different point of view. I don't actually know how far back it is because I don't have the sound turned on. That's weird. What is this? 232. So this would be 233. Okay. That took way too long. It's probably faster if I don't talk, but anyway. Alright, I'm going to fold this crane, and then right at 1 minute 25, once that shows up, I'm going to discard it and just start from scratch and see how many cranes I can fold. Just speeding. But, well, actually, I started this at 124, so we'll go 124 to 129. This is first crane, which would be 234. Yeah, 234. This will be 230. Yes, 234. Okay, I had to check the crane. This will be 234. And then see how many I can fold before 129 hits, and then I'll absolutely just silence from 130 to 135 and see how many cranes I can fold there. Either way, I'm going fast. taken me an hour and 25 minutes to fold 34 cranes. My brain is just blacking out. Once you fold 35 origami cranes in one sitting, it doesn't sound like a lot, but it is. Once you fold 35 origami cranes in one sitting, your brain just starts to whoosh. But, yes, well, actually, I haven't folded 35 origami cranes in one sitting. What am I talking about? This is the 34th one, and it's taken me a minute and a half so far. Yeah, we'll see. Wing, head, and just with that, that is crane number 34, folded. 234 total. 300. Isn't that crazy? Soon I'll be at 300. But the 300 is just a milestone. Soon I'll be at 1,000. By soon, I mean hopefully before Christmas. If I start folding before again. I put off folding cranes so that I could do this 100 crane live stream because I was at 200 and I wanted to get to 300. But yeah. What can I say? Man, that pile of origami cranes I dumped on the floor is going to take so long to clean up. I'm not even thinking about it anymore. I'm just folding automatically. My fingers are just going on their own, and I end up doing it right. It's crazy. All right. It's been almost 4 minutes since I started, since I started this talk timing thing. It is, okay, it's been 4 minutes now. This is 2:35. I don't think I can fold the crane in a minute, but we'll see how long it takes me to, and then we'll see how, so I'll fold, this will be my third crane, and I'll see how long it takes me to fold 3 cranes without talking, just absolute silence, just going, like, focusing on speed instead of autopilot. It's for science, guys, trust me. I say guys, but there's only one person watching. Isn't that funny? I ended up not talking anyway, but, you know, alright, let me try to make a joke while I'm doing this to make it scientifically fair. Let's see. Why couldn't the origami man think of a joke? And the answer is because he was folding 100 origami cranes in one sitting, and he was, like, busy. Anyway, so once I finish this one, This will have taken me 6 minutes, so just about 2 minutes per crane, which is what I thought. I think I've gotten faster since I started, but slightly over 6 minutes. So I'm not sure exactly when I started this one, but I think it was about 1 hour 24 minutes. Very close to 1 hour 24 minutes. I know that. And we're ending at 1 hour 30 minutes and 10 seconds. So that was already on. Okay. And that is 2:36. Yes, 2:36. I think it's 2:36. Right? Because that's 2:30, 2:33, 2:30. Yes, that's 2:36. Okay. Oh no, crane's dropping. Alright, and then exactly at 1:30 I'm going to start. So it took me 6 minutes and about 10 seconds to fold 3 cranes while I was talking. Now I'm going to be absolutely silent, and I'm going to take my glasses off, actually, because I concentrate better. Actually, I don't. That's a lie. Anyway, ready? 4, 3, 2. Wow, that was a lot faster. That was 4 minutes and 45 seconds. So I could save 1 minute 15 seconds if I don't talk at all. Interesting. But, like, talking is what makes this entertaining, isn't it? I don't know. Tell me. Right now, in the comment, tell me if I should or should not speak while I'm doing this, or if I should just, like, speed through it while absolute silence. And then I'll do basically whatever the first person to comment says. If nobody tells me to start talking, then I guess I'll just kind of drift, but I do want to do a lot of speed parts, because if I speed, then I can go faster by doing speed. And then I'll get done sooner, because I really don't want to be here for 5 hours, and I've already been here for an hour 40 minutes. I think what I'm going to do at the beginning of every 4 sections of paper, because there 4 origami cranes come from one piece of paper, 8 by 11, and then I cut them into, well, I rip them into 4 smaller parts. I will tell you about where the paper comes from, and then anything else on my mind. Oh, this is paper 240. We're already 2/5 of the way there, almost halfway, basically. Anyway, so the paper that I was just doing came from a physics thing I had to do about velocity and acceleration or something, I don't know. Anyway, point is, it came from physics. And, yeah. And this paper that I'm doing now, also from physics. Although this one is a crossword / question assignment thing, I guess. I don't really know. It was a while ago. But, good paper. Not like the other physics paper I had before. It was pink colored, and sure, the cranes look cool, but they just, colored paper is generally harder to work with than other paper. So, it wasn't really worth it. Alright. Now I'm gonna speed through these next. I'm gonna speed until I finish crane 244. This is 241 right now. So, silence. And that's 244. I do want to get to 250 before we get to the 2-hour mark, because 4 hours is a long time to spend on origami cranes, and I want to be able to say that I'm on pace to finish before 4 hours. Yeah. This paper, this next set of 4 origami cranes, also hails from the country of Physics Class A. This one's about Newton's laws, in case you're interested. Yeah. Alright, since there's nothing else for me to talk about, other than the one viewer who has surprisingly stuck with me. It says there's 2 viewers, but I think that one of them is me, because I'm watching my own stream. Yeah, so one of them, well, of course one of them is me. Duh, idiot. Anyway, so thanks to the one viewer who's, like, sticking with me this way, they're probably not even watching, to be honest. They're probably just, like, have this on, and they're eating lunch or something, and they don't even know that it's still on. But, hey, if the viewer count says 2. But, yeah, I'm gonna focus on doing these cranes at least until I get to 250 overall, and then I'm gonna take a small break, I guess. Take a drink of water, stretch, and then go back after like 10 seconds probably. This paper is from when we tried to calculate the height of an object using how long it took to fall with gravity and whatnot. When we did that, our error of calculation on one of them was about 100%. Fun memories, fun memories. This is 249. Alright. Once I fold this one, 250, I'm going to be about 3 minutes ahead of the schedule I'm trying to match. So I'm going to take a small break, maybe like post a link to this live stream to my Discord server or something. Take a drink of water, stretch, and then I'm back to absolute speed. $250. We did it. Quarter through to 1,000. Quarter through to 1,000, and halfway through this one. Two minutes before the 2-hour mark, and then I'm back. Quick drink of water. Alright. That's 250. Scoot those back. Second half, let's do this. Yes. I'm so lost. I'm finishing like 3 hours, 45 minutes calling it. I just need to keep going as fast as I am now. Which means I need to lock in. That was a terrible kite base. But I'll make up for it. I'm going to be the speediest man around. $2.55. Uh-oh. I can fold that together. That's fine. I'm still locked. I'm still locked. Don't worry. Don't worry, guys. Which way do I fold it? Crap. Like that. No. There we go. Got it. Got it. Let's see. That was the wrong way. Okay. Got it. I'll leave that for later. Now everything's going to be offset by 1, but it is, I said 1 sitting, and I'm going to do it in 1 sitting. So, yeah. Man, I really can't believe I ripped that one. Maybe I can tape it together, though. Alright, I'm taping this together now. Hopefully I can fold the tape. Okay, it was like that. Oh, I didn't even rip it straight, come on. I'm losing so much time, no. Okay. Bam. Please fold, please fold. I guess that works. Okay. Now we just fold like that. Hey, it works. Most exciting part of the speedrun right here. This crane right here, he's a hero. He deserves a Purple Heart. He was very injured in battle. Nearly fatally, but we were able to patch him up. Let's see, this would be 256. I'm setting him to the side, he's special. And then 257, that one. Alright, on to 258. And we're 2 hours 14 minutes in. Wait. Okay, yeah, we're making good time. We're making good time. this one's gonna be the best one. And 258. Two 59. 260. That's it. 3/5 of the way there. And only 2 hours, 20 minutes in. I am averaging just about 2 minutes per crane, as my first estimate was. And that's with the ripped crane, which wasted at least a minute, if not more. So, I think it's safe to say I'll finish well before 4 hours. I'm hoping 3 hours, 45 minutes, which if it sounds like a long time away, it is. But for me, that'll go by in a flash. Only an hour and 15 minutes left until I'm done. Oops, forgot to that fold. So I can't talk while I'm folding because I need to focus and go speed. $261. 262. $263. 264. $265. $266. 267. 268. 269. 270. 270. 271. 272. 273. 273. 274. 275. 276. 276. 277. 278. 279. $2.79. $2.80. Here we go, last 20, home stretch. $2.81. 282. $283. $284. Oh, we passed 3 hours. I have been here folding origami cranes for 3 hours. Wow. What am I doing with my life? The answer so far is having folded 285 origami cranes. And that's 286. $287. Oh, the cat decided to make an appearance. Look at that. I'm not stopping. I'm so focused. You won't even believe. No cat is gonna stop me from folding. 288. And with 12 cranes to go, only 3 hours and 9 minutes in. I'm so glad I stopped talking and started going fast. Although it'll still be another 24, 25 minutes before I'm done, so I don't know. That one was sloppy. Oh well. Not gonna change anything, still a crane, and that is crane 289. There we go. 290, last 10, let's go. Can you believe this, guys? Only 3 hours and 13 minutes ago, I had a stack of 100 square pieces of paper, and now I have a stack of 9, plus the one that I'm doing now. Oh yeah, that was 291. See, 292 here. Almost done. We are close to the end, people. This is crane number 293. And then it's just 7 more as it goes. It's been a long journey. Very unreal. 3 hours, 18 minutes, and 32 seconds. And, you know, I'm glad I did it. Some people might think that it's a stupid life choice to spend 3 hours of your life, well, 3.5 by the time I'm done with this, 3.5 hours of your life folding origami cranes. But look at it this way. If I get to 1,000 cranes, and it turns out you do actually get a magic wish from all of your 1,000 cranes, that seems like it's pretty worth it, guys. Any wish, like, and all I had to do was fold 1,000 origami cranes. If it takes me 3.5 hours to fold 100, that's 30 hours to fold 1,000, but that's for any wish you want. 293. So, I don't know, I call it worth it. Alright. I feel so close yet so far because it does take a long time to fold one crane. I've got it down, I'm just hammering them out, but still. It takes much too long to do one. Because I'm so close, only 6 more after this one. But it still feels, and it feels close, but I know it's gonna be a long time. Spent the last 30 cranes basically not talking, but here we are. Alright. That's 294. Well, right, I need to do the wings. Oops. 294. Yep, I have just the right amount of paper left, as I knew I would. Alright guys, riddle me this. Why did the chicken cross the road? It's to get to the other side. Get it? Because, like, when you cross the road, you go to the other side. But actually, no, I have more, though. Because, why did the baby cross the road? Huh? Because it was stapled to the chicken. Get it? Because if you staple a baby to a chicken and the chicken crosses the road, then the baby also crosses the road. I said that one when we were stalling crane, like, 31. But nobody was there then, so I gotta say it again now. What should I name these cranes, guys? Give me name suggestions. I can't have 300 unnamed cranes. That's ridiculous. They all need names. They should all be bird puns. I don't know how to do that. I'm not good at names, but you know, whatever. 295. $296. Last four. Final stretch. Tell all of your friends I'm making history. This is the world record run of 100 origami crane speedrun. Tell everybody. Because I'm making history right now. I'm like Van Gogh, but cooler. And also less insane. Slightly. 297. This next one, I'm going to see how fast I can fold it. I'm going to start at the 327 mark, and then I'm going to see how long it takes me to fold it. And I'm going for super fast time this time. See how much I've improved, because it took me like 3 minutes to fold the first ones. All right. 4, 3, 2. That was 1 minute and 20 seconds. That was fast. Let's go. And that's also 298. We have 2 more. We're almost done. This is the penultimate crane. Takes a lot of time to fold 100 origami cranes. About 3.5 hours by my judgment. But now I've done it. Wonder if I'm the first person to do this. I think I am. At least definitely on a live stream. This is it. Not this one, but this is the last stretch. Wing, wing, wing down, wing up. 299. I have folded 299 origami cranes. This is the last one. Alright, you ready for this? Let's do this. Diagonal. Crease. Opposite diagonal. Crease. In half. Crease. Corner down. Crease. Other way. Crease. Corner down. Crease. Other way. Crease. Other way in half. Crease. Corner down. Crease. Other way. Crease. Corner down. Crease. Other way. Crease. Alright? Folding it into the base now. Look at this. This is it. Up, wing base, neck structure, tail structure, neck up, tail up, wing down, wing up, wing down, wing up, and with this last fold, the 100th origami crane will be completed, my 300th overall. Done. Number 300 overall. I'm so glad to the 2 people who were here to witness it, and the other people who showed up somewhere along the way. Well, there we go. This is, let's see, this is the 100 origami cranes that we, oh, let me just switch the camera, that's easier. Here's the 100 origami cranes we folded today. And then including the stuff over here and down there, that's the 200 I had folded previously. Let's put them together. In case you're wondering, this is what 300 origami cranes looks like. So yeah, tell your friends. Well, how should I finish this? How about by doing 300 push-ups? I'm kidding, I'm only gonna do 50. Feels so good to stretch after sitting for 3.5 hours. Well, thanks everybody. Bye.